Hi everyone, my name is Devang and welcome back to another lecture. And in this particular video, we will be talking about stacks. Okay, so till now we have covered about arrays, then we saw recursion, then we proceeded towards the strings and time and space complexity. Now we will continue our journey towards another data structure which is known as stacks. Okay. Now this is very important data structure in what respective in respective for recursion. If you understand recursion, I talked many times in recursion about a call stack, and I sometimes also call it such as when I say the term such as stack overflow. When I say stack overflow, I said that okay, so now the function calls are being streamed upon the RAM and they are popped in such amount of manner that we are getting stack overflow. That means that our stack which is holding function calls is filled. Okay, so what do I mean by this term stack? We will discover in this particular series of videos like what is stack, how stack works, and what is basically its order and all that. And we will do some questions upon stack. Okay, and let me give you a hint. Whenever you see a question of let's say strings, or let's say that you see a question of recursion, most of the time, I'm not saying every time, but most of the time stacks will be applicable on that. Most of the time stacks will be applicable on that, because you have to traverse and all that things, and stack will be most useful in that case. Okay, so let's just know about Newton School first. Like, what is Newton School? So basically Newton School is a platform from where you can learn anything for free, and you have to pay zero fee until you are placed. Okay, until you are placed. So they have a tie-up with among 300 plus companies such as Unacademy, Snapdeal and all that, and they give you a assured package of 5 lakh to 40 lakh CTC. Okay, so if you do some more extra effort you will get more package, but this is the assured package you will get, and you are being trained by advanced teachers such as the teachers from IITs and NITs, and you are trained by them. And this course was possible under the Launchpad section of Newton School. What is Launchpad? Launchpad is an initiative taken up by Newton School to make India developer powerhouse of the world. Now, in this Launchpad section, we have various courses of various computer programming fields, computer science fields, machine learning, Android development, web development. So if you wanna learn anything and you have interest in any of these fields, just make sure that you check out the Launchpad section. And basically this is different from this. This is absolutely free of cost. You have to pay zero cost for this, and if you complete a particular course from this Launchpad section, you will get a certificate of completion, and you get the doubt support, and you also get the mentor from the Newton School advanced teachers. As I always say, they are from NIT and IIT. So yeah, okay, so now let's dive into the stack data structure. Okay, stack. Now whenever you heard this term stack, there must be one thing which strikes in your mind, and whenever you see the book's definition of stacks, there should be a term that strikes in your mind, that is LIFO manner. Very famous term, LIFO manner. Now this term is very important term, LIFO manner. LIFO stands for last in first out. Whenever somebody asks me, is like, hey Devang, what are stacks, so how will you define stack, I just say one thing. Imagine yourself to, let's say that you are this person. Okay, this person, let's say that this person is called as a person, and he wants to go in a marriage. Now in a marriage there are various dishes. Let's say this is dish A, this is dish A, this is dish B, and this is dish C and all that. Okay, Now he wants to eat this particular dish. So for this he might be needing plates, and plates are piled up like this. Sorry for the drawing part, but the plates are piled upon like this. These are the plates basically. Now there is a particular person who is managing all these plates. What he does, like here is the warehouse, this is our warehouse, or no, not warehouse, like this is our storeroom, the marriage hall storeroom. Okay, so from here, let's say the plates got finished up and you want a new plate. So what he does, he goes to the store and comes with one plate and keep it over here, over the, let's say, the pile or the table where all these plates are already there. Okay, so now he keeps it over here, and now you will pick the topmost plate. Now it will not happen that these are the pile of let's say the plates. You will just keep it down and you will pick another plate, although you can, but ethically you will always pick the topmost plate. So this is the manner of LIFO. This is basically what is called LIFO manner. Last in, first out. Let's say that I have a basket. Let's say that I have a basket here. This is a basket, and I have some balls. Let's say I have a ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have these 5 balls, and I want to put these 5 balls in my basket. What will I do? Let's say I put it the fifth ball here, then I bring the 4th ball here, then 3rd, then 2nd, then 1st. This is what my stack will look like. Whenever you heard this term stack, first of all, the thing which should strike in your mind is your LIFO manner. The second thing that should strike in your mind is it is a 3-sided closed container with only one opening. Yes, you heard me right. This line is very important. This is a 3-sided closed figure with only opening at one end, which is called top. Okay, so basically your only communication way is top. You can only communicate with top. You can only communicate through top. This is the thing that you need to remember, and if you remember this thing, your stack is covered. Simple. Now I said this thing, you can only communicate with the top. Now I want my balls to be back. So how my balls will come back? It will come in this order: 1, then 1 will be gone, 2, 2 is gone, 3, 3 is gone, 4, 4 is gone, 5, and 5 is gone. So this is the order of my input, and that is the order of my output. Okay, so I need you to explain this once again. So let's understand the order of input, versus the order of output. Okay, so we already saw that. Let me just make a line over here. Okay, it looks cool, by the way. Yeah, okay, let me just yeah, okay. So we already saw that the representation, first of all, the representation, how we represent representation. Yeah, so how we represent a particular stack, we use this kind of a figure like this. We take lines and this, a 3-sided closed figure, Now we already saw that its basic definition, the book's definition, is LIFO1. Now third, let's see input. Let's say that I give input, like you have to, okay. Before proceeding any further, let's understand the two things which are the main ones. The one is, let me just change my color once. The one is push and the other one is pop. Okay, so this push means insertion, this push means insertions, and this pop means deletions, this pop means deletions. So whenever you heard a term stack, you should remember push and pop. In stack, we do not say generally that hey, insert this element into stack. We always say push this element into stack, because it is a three-sided closed figure. So we say push this element into stack and pop this element from the stack. We say this thing. Now let's say my input order is I want to push these elements in the stack in the order A, then B, then C, then D, E and F. This is my order of pushing. So let's make stack. Now initially my stack is empty. Initially the size of the stack is 0. Now I will push A. I pushed A here. The stack of the size of stack became 1. Then I pushed B into the stack. My size of the stack became 2. Then I pushed C into the stack. The size of the stack became 3. Then I pushed D into the stack. The size of the stack became 4. Then I pushed E into the stack. The size of the stack became 5. Then I pushed F into the stack. The size of the stack becomes 6. Okay. Now if somebody comes and asks hey, okay, let me just say, what is the top element of the stack? What is the top element of the stack? I will simply say the top element of the stack is F. So this is my top element of the stack. Okay. Now I want to pop the elements on the stack. Pop means delete. So let's see the deletion order. First of all, F will come out, stack size will reduce to 5. Then E will come out, stack size will reduce to 4. Then D will come out, stack size will be reduced to 3. Then C will come out, the stack size will be reduced to 2. Then B will come out, the stack size will be reduced to 1. Okay, let me write here. Then A will come out, the stack size will become 0. So now you saw what is the push order and what is the pop order of the stack. Okay, and in between you saw like how I am updating my size and how I'm deleting my size. So now let's see what are the various functions that we use upon stack. Various functions that we use upon stack. Okay, so the first one is push. Push means insertion. Okay. The second one is pop. Pop means deletion. The third one is basically top. Top means accessing the last entered or pushed element Okay, then third, what we saw size. Size gives the number of elements, at that particular moment in stack, okay. Then we saw, okay, we haven't seen it yet, but we also have two major functions which are used many times in the stack. Okay, these two functions are known as isEmpty or isFull. Let me write it clearly. Number one is isEmpty. Now this function checks whether my stack is empty or not. Checks whether my stack is empty or not. If it returns 0, it means my stack is not empty. If it returns 1, it means my stack is empty. Similar case for isFull. it checks whether my stack is full or not. So these are the basics functions which are provided by stack, which are indeed in the stack. Okay, so this is not as such what can I say, this is a theoretical data structure. What do you mean by theoretical data structure? Is that we have to implement it on the basis of two practical data structures that are arrays and linked lists. Okay, actually why I'm saying this, that in RAM we can store either the elements in this manner, continuous manner, or in the linked list manner. We haven't seen the linked list yet, but linked list is a kind of array with strings. Remember this. This is a very layman term. No one tells this, but I just generally say this to be make the topic easy. Array with strings, not strings, ropes, let's say, not ropes in particular, with links, array with links, you can say that. Okay, so to represent any data structure we have to use either array or linked list. Now this stack can also be represented via arrays or via linked lists. This can be also represented with the help of vectors. The implementation will be seen in the next video, but in this video we will see like what are the different operations that we can perform upon stack and why stack is so useful to us. So I hope that you understood the concept of the stack, because this data structure will be used in the various upcoming data structures. And let me tell you a very interesting point here. When we use recursion internally implements it in a stack. Let's say, let me just clear it once. Okay, so when just a minute. Okay, so when you use recursion, in recursion there is the use of the inner stack of recursion. Recursion maintains the inner stack. But let's say that you are asked a question like do a question without using recursion, but this is a recursive question, you cannot do it without recursion. So in that case you can use your manual stacks. And the use of for loop can also be replaced with the help of stacks. So we will talk about all these interesting things in the next video. So I hope that you understood the concept. Till then, if you have any doubt, make sure to comment it out, and also check the Launchpad session of the Newton School site. Bye bye.